Hello, good evening, everyone. Are you able to hear me? If you can hear me, can you please type a C in the chat so that I know that I'm coming to you loud and clear? Okay, thank you, Michael. Okay, I see that there are like 39 participants, but only one can hear me. Okay, thank you, loud and clear, outstanding. Okay, today we are looking at traditional automakers in the EV space. So EV space, if you know what is EV, EV is electric vehicles, right? If you know what is EV, please type EV. Let me know that you know what you're signing up for. Outstanding, Derek. All right. Okay, my name is Minghan. I am the Assistant Manager of CFD Dealing. So today I'll share with you something about the EV. A lot of people have been looking at Tesla, Xpeng, but these traditional automakers are some things that some people are not aware of. Okay, disclaimer. Information in the presentation is obtained from public sources. I've done my research for the past few months and weeks so that I can consolidate the information for you so that you will be able to make wise investment and trading decisions. All right, so I'm coming from a top-down approach. What is the big picture? My colleague Mike has been sharing about the big picture for a number of weeks with Wan Xing as well, so another very knowledgeable dealer. So the big picture, China is now the world's largest car market and largest market for electric vehicles. The global electric vehicle sales hit about 3% of total sales year to date. So these statistics are just telling us that electric vehicles are in demand and it is growing. Now it is small, but it looks like it will be bigger in a few years' time. And research also has shown that sales are increasing in Europe compared to US and China. So you see, although China is now the largest car market, but Europe is also catching up. So globally, everyone is looking at electric vehicles. And why is that so? Because these businesses want to support the regulations to reduce carbon dioxide emissions and regulations to ensure that the battery fuel cell electric vehicles account for a certain percentage of the sales. So traditional versus new electric vehicle companies, we look at Tesla, we look at those traditional. Later I'll reveal to you 3 traditional companies and you will decide which one is suitable for your portfolio. So what are the pros and cons for traditional versus the new EV? Definitely traditional. Let's say, for example, Toyota. They have been making cars for many years. So they have the experience, they have the economies of scale. What are the cons? The cons are adjustment costs because they used to make all those gas emission vehicles now have to change to electric vehicle, adjustment costs. So for example, a printing company, print paper, but now they want to go into food packaging because of COVID, right? We want to go into food packaging. Do you know that to go into food packaging, they have to build an aircon place because of regulation? So these are adjustment costs. Same thing for traditional automakers going into the EV space. And this will eat car market share. Last time, everybody just buy gas emitting vehicles, but now there is this choice of EV, and there's companies like Tesla just selling EV, and that is the reason why it eats into the car market share. So first company I want to share with you today is Toyota. So let's have a brief history of Toyota. So Toyota is established by this guy called Toyota. I don't know why he didn't call his company Toyota, but he chose Toyota. So he established global presence. There's a Clean Air Act in US. So Toyota started to work on emission control, right? Because they want to go global. What US want? support. And in the 1970s, the emissions increased. Even Japan also established the Environment Agency. So Toyota continued to support this move, and they have faced a challenge: how to control the emission and improve car performance. So they came up with this LASRE, the lightweight advanced super response engine. First time in Japan, this engine was made. So there's also this Toyota Earth Charter. They use fuel efficiently, and they aim to have zero emission in 2000. So Toyota is number 2 position in US. So we know that Toyota, being a Japan company, it is a feat to be number 2 in US. So they established an electric vehicle division in 1992, and they developed the fuel cell EV. So fuel cell EV, what exactly is it? A lot of us know battery, right? Battery, then we just charge, then we continue moving. Fuel cell is they don't need what they emit is like water and heat, and instead of carbon dioxide. When you charge a battery EV, that's when carbon dioxide comes. Of course, when you drive the car, a battery electric vehicle, there's no carbon dioxide, but when you charge, there is. So FCEV brings it to another level. They also ally with Tesla to develop EV, so they use they work with each other and they come up with EVs. And they also work with BYD. BYD will be one of the companies that we'll be talking about. BYD also is coming into the space, or rather they are already in the space. So they develop battery electric vehicles with the BYD. They continue to work with different businesses to achieve their vision. So what's their vision? They want to produce reliable vehicles and high quality products. So 90% of their revenue comes from automotive sales. They have a global presence. They have a full lineup. So you see they have a plug-in hybrid. Hybrid means some emit gas, some emit some use the battery. So they have the battery, they have the fuel cell. So you can see that Toyota, 23% is their electric vehicle sales. So just now I was talking about the cons about this EV eating into the market share. Okay, this is a fact, no choice. But what is good about this is you can see that they are rather diversified globally. So what are their strengths? They have a long history of carbon dioxide reduction initiatives. They're the leader in hybrid with the Toyota Prius. They developed this fuel cell electric vehicle, and like I said, they are diversified. Okay, so what is the potential price? Okay, this one I took this from CNN, and it's about in early May, late April. So you can see that it's 154.8 was the price then, and the analyst thinks that it will go up to $200, or it can go down to $130. These are probabilities, but given its strong fundamentals, you can see that 11 analysts actually vote for a buy. 11 of them. Can somebody tell me what's the Toyota price now? What's the Toyota price now? Looking at this forecast. If you know, put the answer in the chat. If you don't know, you can guess. Oh, 300. Outstanding. Actually, not 300. I think it's 180. Good guess, Michael. Next one, GM. History of GM, established by William Durant. And okay, so they pioneered engines that run on low lead or unleaded petrol. They introduced electric car in 1906, but too bad, they bankrupt in 2009. Reorganized, returned to profitability. They have a range of vehicles, including Chevrolet. These are names that we all know. And they also signed an agreement with Nikola. Nikola is another stock that do trucks, electric trucks. So GM and LG also come together and GM actually invests 2.3 billion because they want to improve the user experience. So what's the vision of General Motors? General Motors, a world with zero crashes, zero emissions, zero congestion. Do you think they can achieve this vision? I don't think so, but the best way to achieve this vision is don't drive car. But nevertheless, it's still a good vision to have. And you can see that the things they have done in past history, they are supportive of this vision. So they are very consistent management. It's the largest US automaker. You think about it, bankrupt, reorganized, still can come back. So these are the range of brands, including some brands in China, Baojun and Minghan. These are the strengths. Just now I was talking about they invest in battery so that they can have a holistic electric vehicle charging experience, and eventually also lead in the production of batteries at scale. So even though they are already the largest in US, they are not proud, they're not sitting on their laurels, they're constantly innovating. And also they are diversified. You can see that in China, the market, and US, in fact, the China has more business in terms of like numbers, they're even higher than US. So they are diversified, not just in cars, but also in other vehicle types. Potential price. From $58, the low 61, the high 65. This one lucky better, 17 analysts actually vote for a buy. If you have a charting platform, you'll be able to see that GM is doing quite well now as well. Last one, BYD. BYD you can trade in US, you also can trade in Hong Kong. So some history, you know that actually Buffett invested in BYD. And you see they are a very young company. Started in 1995. They became the 6th largest in sales volume in 2010, and they became the 8th most innovative company in the world. In 2016, they became the 3rd largest manufacturer of plug-in cars, and they introduced a range of truck models. They have plans to expand globally, definitely. A lot of big businesses, eventually they have to go global, and they are looking at that. Their aim is even going beyond Europe, Australia, and they have an aim to deliver 1,002 electric buses. I don't know why 1,002. Yeah, we did 1,000, but he want to sell more, 1,002 buses to Colombia by mid-2022. That's next year. The mission, technological innovation for better life. Are they consistent? Do you think they are consistent as a management? Yes, correct. They are consistent as a management because they have been voted the 8 innovative, and they really tell you that okay, this is my mission, technological innovation. They engage in automobile business, new energy vehicles, traditional fuel engine, handset components, assembly services, so many range of businesses, and most importantly, this one, chargeable battery. So you can see this is the percentage in 2019 of their business. So what's their strength? A lot of people have been talking about EV, and when they talk about EV, they talk about the EV cars, but BYD, they pioneered in electric bus, and they completed their delivery to global countries. They have a solid brand reputation in China. They are holistic, and their vehicles run exclusively on batteries that they manufacture themselves. So you can see the revenue breakdown by the location of customers. So here we can see that they are not as diversified, but because they have a solid brand in China, therefore they are doing very well in China. And remember that they are looking to go overseas. Okay, BYD, there is no forecast that on on CNN. So I have done some charting. So this is a daily chart. You can see that there are few support prices. So in early May, when I was looking at the chart, it actually went to 173. But then it went further down, went to my next level of 143, and now it came back up. So if you are thinking of entering tomorrow, I would say that you have to wait first, because you see that now it's at the resistance of 200. So remember that support and resistance are price areas. They are not a fixed level. Okay, I just want you all to know that that's very important. But if you are in, good for you. You can take a look at 234, 278. You can see how price react there before you decide if you want to take your profits. Okay, next. All right. Okay, so now I want to share with you a summary of their strengths. Toyota, long history of these carbon dioxide reduction initiatives. They're leader in the hybrid, and they have already developed this fuel cell, and they are diversified. So fundamentally, they are strong. If you are looking to enter, I will suggest looking at charts, because I believe that at the end of the day, no matter how strong the fundamentals are, if it's not reflected on the price is what I'm paying for. So if it's not reflected on the chart, then I'm wasting a lot of my time with my fundamental analysis. Next, we look at General Motors, holistic experience. They will be able to lead in the production of batteries at scale, and also they are diversified. BYD is a pioneer in electric bus. They have a solid reputation in China. They are holistic in the sense that they run exclusively on the batteries that they manufacture themselves, and they have this experience. So among these three stocks, which ones should I consider? So here I want to explain to a range of investors, because if I ask you to buy, if I recommend Toyota, it will not suit your portfolio. If you look at from charting point of view, from year to date, that means starting of 2021, what has the market participants been telling us? Relatively, General Motors is the strongest, followed by Toyota and BYD. In fact, BYD is negative for this year. So we won't be able to know everything, all the information, but let the chart tell us. And the chart is telling us that, yes, a lot of market participants are aligned with the analysts. They all think that, oh, GM is a good buy, 17 out of 20 vote for buy. Therefore, you see that the price is reflecting the market sentiments. So which one do you buy? Hong Kong, BYD, Japan, Toyota Motors, or US General? BYD. Okay. Oh, Michael, very active. Got lucky draw, must give you reward. Thanks, Michael, for your reply. So Michael will buy BYD. Why will you buy BYD? Because it's cheap. Thank you, Kenneth, for your reply. Why will you guys choose BYD? BYD is like negative 15%. Oh, headroom growth. Okay. Okay. Maybe I share with you my trading and investment philosophy. I believe that nobody will know everything, and that is the reason why, because we're not God. So sometimes the price will prove us right or wrong. I have done my fundamental analysis. I've shown you guys that these guys are leaders, these guys are good. But what is my trigger for entry? At the end of the day, my trigger for entry is the price, is the chart. Because stocks go up for a reason, and I understand that I may not have the reason all the time. So a lot of people will go for the BYD, but for me, I will look more at Toyota Motors or General. So just now I've been sharing with you this traditional cars. Wow, so if I buy a traditional car, I buy Toyota, I buy GM, I buy BYD, minimum 25 USD, for example. Let's say or 30 USD. $30, $30. Wow, very expensive. Will I want to buy traditional car? Or what if I want to buy EV? I want to buy Tesla, buy new. I buy one Tesla, buy one. Like that my commission $100 over. Therefore, I want to introduce you this ETF. So you see there are a number of ETFs, and I've already listed them down for you, like what's their counter code, what is inside. So for example, you see self-driving EV and tech. You will see that they track the developed and emerging market companies. And then we talk about batteries, right? Yeah, so batteries, you can also see that there are certain ETFs whereby they comprises of companies that manufacture these batteries. So instead of paying so many transactions, you can consider investing or trading the ETF. So with that, I think I want to show you with the Poems 2 platform, because some clients were asking how to do this ETF, how to place the trade. So maybe I just give you a demonstration. Yeah, and today some one client also asked me like, hey, how come I want to buy ETF cannot buy? Because you never do CAR, CKA. Yeah, because ETF is like another type of product. It's not stock. It's not a single stock. So regulations require us to fill in these forms to make sure that our clients know what they are doing. All right, so let's go to prices. So let's say just now looking at the PowerPoint, I want to buy IDRB. Let's say I want to buy IDRB. So the best way is search. Sometimes you call us, you cannot reach us. The best way is Google. Our FAQ is very comprehensive. The moment you Google, your answer should come out. So let's say I want to buy. Okay, I just find IDRB, double click. The quantity, the price. Say I want price now. 49 per person. Okay, let's say for example I want to buy I don't have a lot of money, so maybe I buy about 100,000 shares. I click on buy. USD, make sure you settle in USD. You choose your settlement currency. And then submit. Order submitted. Go to order status. And the ETF order number, order, buy. So once it's done, you'll see that it's done. Okay, so that is my simple demonstration. Yep, demo. And some of you are using this cash management account. Can I have a show of hands? How many of you are buying US stock with your cash management account? That means maybe you pay more than $10 USD to trade US stock. Can I have a show if you trade US stock, just like US? Okay, that's good. That's good. Thank you, Kenneth, Henry, Joseph. Out of 73 people, only 3 people trade US. Well, I'm very happy today because there is 70 of you not exposed to US market, and today this webinar expose you to Hong Kong and US market. Oh, thank you, Leslie. Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, how many of you trading US and you're paying 10 USD and above for your commission? If you are doing that, can you just put a 10? If you're trading 10 USD and above, can you just put a 10? Okay. You guys don't need shy one because if I know that a lot of you are paying more than 10 USD, my company will offer you something much lower for trading US share. Really, you go Hong Kong. So only I pay more than 10 USD. Yeah, 10, 10. Okay, 2% only. Only 2%. Okay. So can I say that the rest of you are paying less than $10? Or how many of you trade Hong Kong? Do you trade Hong Kong and you're paying more than 30 HKD? Oh, steady lah. Use TD Ameritrade, 0 commission. Use this guy a kid. Yeah, you use that, but you cannot find them one. Got super bad experience. Call them, cannot find. Never check. Oh, Mr. Yong. I would love to have you as my client. Never check commission. Good. Okay, guys. Let me show you. Sell a bit of Koyo. We have this cash plus account. Cash plus account. Okay, guys. Cash plus account. If you have 29,999 when you trade US shares, it's 3.88 flat. No custody fee, no platform fee, nothing. Just if you're just trading US, if you're just trading Hong Kong also, 0.08% minimum Hong Kong dollars. And that's only for starter. If you're privileged, that means you put more than 250K, 1.88 flat. Okay, guys, no kidding. 1.88 flat. Hong Kong dollars, minimum 15 Hong Kong dollars, 0.05%. Good deal or not? Later, I'll show you how to open the account. Okay, so after talking so much about all these electric vehicle, and I've already show you that at the end of the day, if you are very confused over what to buy and you want to make so many transactions, you can consider the ETFs. If you don't know what ETFs to buy, you can email us at this email over here. You can attention to me or attention to my chief educator, Mike, and then we can share with you what are the ETFs that you can look at. And we can even talk to you about how you do your portfolio using the ETF. So how to start? Using the Cash Plus account. So I've put this QR code here. If you want, you can use your handphone, open an account, or you can type in the link here to open an account. Number 2, decide on the stocks you like to buy. And then step 3, you can do as what I did just now, the demonstration, and you can use it to execute your trades. Okay, so I will leave this slide here and give you some time to look into the Cash Plus account. Okay, when I say US shares, Hong Kong shares, I'm not kidding. It is really just the fees that you see over there. No platform fee, custody. So I give some time and then I take a look at some questions. Okay, there is this question: which traditional car maker is your top pick among Toyota, GM, Daimler, Volkswagen, BMW? Wow. If you're asking me which car I want to drive, of course I want to drive a BMW one. But if we are talking about buying stocks, I am currently looking at GM from a technical perspective. Yeah. See if I can get you the stock chart. Okay, so let's say I want to get GM. Firstly, GM is stronger than Toyota and BYD. So using the way I approach the markets, I believe that there must be a reason why it's so strong, which I may not know. But whatever I know, I share with you today. That fundamentally they are strong, diversified leaders. So I guess this is also one reason why. So look at the chart. Let me draw some support resistance. See that this is a support, there's a gap up, support area. So will I buy here? Nope, not yet. But you wait for a retracement. Okay, there is another question. The 4 ETFs you shared, do they trade in stocks? Of course, yes, yes, definitely. Okay, but Kit, I will move on to your question later. Move on to your question later. Let's look at GM first. So we're talking about I was talking about retracement. Why will I wait for retracement? Some people trade breakout, right? They buy high, sell higher. Why will I wait for retracement? Can anyone guess why will I wait for retracement? Oh, thank you for your questions, Ray. Okay, I will answer those later. I answer your question, you also answer my question. Why do you think I will wait for retracement now? I just said GM strong, right? Why don't I buy high, sell higher? Nobody know why. Okay, sure. Let me share with you my perspective. Because now if you look at the market index, you look at S&P, it's at a high. It's at a high. Is there a reason for it to go up? So far, there's no catalyst yet. If you ask me, there's no catalyst yet. That's the reason why it's at a high, ding dong. So since it's at a high, as the market is at a high, I would not want to risk by buying at a high. I rather wait for pullback. So that is the reason why. Okay, now let me answer other questions. Well, my colleague, my colleague whose name is Poyum, say you guys can type your questions under the Q&A. Yeah, feel free to type your questions. Okay, the 4 ETFs, Kit. All right. Okay, come. Kit, I want to share with you a website. So just now I was talking about IDRB. Correct or not, Kit? Is it IDRB? Yeah, IDRB. You look at their holdings. See the stock I talked about? Daimler, just now somebody asked. General Motors, Tesla. Wow, traditional, new EV, everything inside. No need to crack your head. Just look at the ETF. So this is the reason why I end off with the ETF, because I know that sometimes as an investor, you don't want to crack your head. You just want to know, hey, what is the most optimal? But being a responsible dealer, I also want you to know that you don't just go for the ETF. You must know what's inside the ETF and what on earth are these companies doing, so that you will not so that you will be able to make wise decisions. Okay, Kate, thanks for your question. What happened to Hong Kong? Gili next year. Oh, okay, take a look at the chart. Oh. Okay, I'll use my alternative chart. Okay, Ray, just now, did you hear me talking about the Ray, just now you hear me about talking about the market, right? Why I wait for a pullback? I look at the market first, top down. Because the market comprises of a lot of other companies. So as a market, the market sentiment, they are bearish. So same thing. Although maybe Gili, I didn't research on Gili, but maybe Gili fundamental very strong, etc. But do you remember that the past few months, the China market has not been. So there's been some form of selling, strong selling. So same thing is like the market is like a tide. From my perspective, the market is like a tide. Market go up, it push your strong stocks higher. But if the market go up, your stock not moving, then I don't know what will do. Yeah, the tide is moving, but then the fish not moving up with the tide. So this is what I can share with you. And you ask me uptrend or downtrend. Uptrend means higher high, higher low. This one is lower high, lower low. So I would say it's a downtrend. Yeah, I would say it's a downtrend. New, I think my colleague already talked about it. Do you listen to the Mike's webinar? I think they already finished already. Yeah, if you're interested, you can come to our website, PhillipCapital.com. You go YouTube, you can also find us. Yeah, PhillipCapital.com. We have a lot of resources. Hey, no worries, Henry. Just sharing because we break up our webinars in parts so that it will not be too overwhelming. Yeah, so you can see from here, application, you can see our videos here. Yeah, these are very rich content. So here, Wan Sing was talking about China Tech, and Mike was talking about his EVs. Yeah, quite some time back. You can take a look. Yeah, thanks Poems for putting the link there. But no problem, Henry. I can take a look at the technicals. Take a look at the technicals. New is more sideways, I would say. It's more sideways. Currently, it's at a resistance area. Yeah. Xpeng, same thing. So Xpeng, and you realize that the market may not be efficient, but it is almost efficient. So they are actually. Okay, let me see. There's still some more questions. Okay, basically that's most of the questions are answered already. Any other questions? Oh, okay, this is a macro question. Okay, if my understanding is correct, the renminbi has been going high. Along how does it affect US and Hong Kong stocks in view of that direction? So generally, we know that I should just use this here. Sorry, trading view. So let's just talk about closer to home. Okay, so you can see that USD versus SGD has been because of all the printing money. So it makes sense that the USD is weakening. But at the same time, it is also resulting in stock market going up. Yeah, same thing. So you can see that now the Chinese market went down, then the yuan is gaining strength. So from a fundamental perspective, it's more like the currency. Not when the currency is strengthening, usually the markets will go opposite direction. Yeah. Okay. Let me see any more questions. Oh, okay. I got my chief educator to come in also. Hey, Mike, can you help to answer this question? Since you did the webinar here, among the new EV cars, which one is your top pick? Hello, Mike.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Okay.
Okay,
My
yeah,
boss
I
is
think
sitting
yeah, just now I think I forget to mute myself. Unmute myself. Okay, so first of all, I think at that time we talked about Neo, Xpeng, and Tesla. So personally, right, for my pick is actually Neo. Why is it so? It's because of the swap battery technology. First of all, if you talk about charging infrastructure, right, it take very long to actually build up all this infrastructure around the city, especially in city like Singapore, Hong Kong, this where all the building are very close built up. So it's very hard to change the overall infrastructure straight away overnight. Next thing is that when you actually want to charge your EV car, even with fast charging, you take around 15 minutes. And in case some issue, right, it may take longer. However, if you actually go to a petrol station, right, you can pump your petrol, make payment within actually 5 minutes, you can actually leave the petrol station. So same thing for this Neo, right, they have been actually working a lot on swap battery technology. So I think with this swap battery technology, it allow very fast changing of this car battery, and you do not need to wait there to charge. Next thing is that all this swap battery technology, right, because the battery, right, will deteriorate over time. For normal car, right, you have to every few years you have to go maintain the battery and maybe even change the battery. However, with this swap battery technology, you leave it, and after that, in case at the Neo center, the Neo swap battery station, right, in case the battery continue to deteriorate, they'll just remove from the existing pool of battery. So in that case, you so-called you can get free upgrade or free change of the battery. So that's why I think for this swap battery technology, it will be more useful, especially for very dense city Singapore, dense city like Singapore, Hong Kong, and also other cities also. Maybe towards the outskirt wise, maybe you want to build up high infrastructure to build all this charging, right? Maybe it's possible, but in those very dense city will be very tough on that. Okay, Minghan, I think I pass back to you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, can we ask a question about what about ARKK? So same thing, if let's say I use the website that I showed kid just now, ARKK, right? And so ARKK, the stock profile is over here. Okay, so it's actively managed. And these are the holdings. So you can see that a lot of them are high tech. So it's different from what we are looking at. We are more looking at traditional EV and new EVs. So it's a bit of a different context. Okay, Henry, I hope I answered your question. Okay, let me see if there is any other questions. Okay, so there's a question like what are the pick for EV? Mike actually talk about NIO, Xpeng, and Tesla previously. Okay, I see that there's no more questions. So really thank you for your time. I'm glad I managed to finish it in 1 hour. Maybe I talked too fast. But I'm also glad that you guys ask questions, because asking questions it will make you a better trader, and also it's also my privilege to share with you my approach to trading. Yeah, because it has worked well for me and my clients, so I thought it's good to introduce more of this perspective. A lot of different schools of thought, but at least for in this current bullish market for the past decade, it has been this approach has been working well, and that is finding strong fundamental companies, understanding them, and then making our entries based on charting. Okay, those of you who are done, who haven't eaten your dinner, please go and eat your dinner. I'll leave this account opening page here, and if there's any more questions, I will just take them until 8:30.
Okay, maybe just to help Minghan to end off, right? Because actually we are doing a series of these EV car. So the first wave, what we talk about is actually about the EV car, what is the challenges that EV car face, and also what are the top 3 EV car player. Then for this webinar, will be consists of the traditional car player. They are also actually doing into all these EV car. And the next one we'll be actually doing is actually about non-traditional car player going to EV. So if you actually look in terms of news, right, you can see that a company like Baidu, Google, and also even just today news, right, Apple are actually going into EV car. They're looking for EV car battery supplier. So they have been talking with BYD, who is another potential EV car player, battery supplier also. So that's another business from the BYD. So there'll be a lot interesting topic. Then at the end of this 3 webinar, we'll come out with the 4 webinar where we do a kind of debate, kind of which kind of stock we should look out for, because we'll do debate on all these 3 players, traditional car versus EV car versus the non-car player on this EV space. So that look out for upcoming webinars on all this kind of EV car topic. We'll be doing more in-depth analysis and sharing of the knowledge. Okay, thank you, Minghan.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. So there's a question on like ETF picks and why. Okay, ETF, same thing like a stock. When you trade the ETF, you want the ETF to be liquid. You don't want to trade an ETF that is not liquid, gap up, gap down, and this will result in unnecessary losses. And when you buy sell, it's always to your disadvantage. The spread may be wide. So that's the reason why we introduce only certain ETFs, because we look at the assets under their management. And I think just now Mike already talked about his EV picks, whereby he talked about why he chose them. They're fundamentally strong, prospect. In terms of prospects wise, he thinks that they will be doing well. When someone asks about QS, quantum state, oh my god. I mean, for QS, I look at this chart, I think I want to look at GM again. Yeah. QS, sorry, Mr. Lake, QS will not be in my scope, at least not for my approach. To me, QS is really not doing well, and there's a reason why. And there are many reasons why. Let's just say that the market participants are 不看好. And please, Miss Lim, can you buy at current price and hold? Wow, this is a very easy question. Same thing, fundamentally strong. My question to you is fundamentally strong. Do you still want to buy at a high? This is a key level where a lot of prices are resisted. So what is my take? My personal take is I will watch first. I will watch first. Yeah. Because if let's say I listen to Mike's webinar, I would have considered a position here or position here. Because I know that NIO is fundamentally sound, and it is something that I can look at, then that's when I start to do all my charting. Long term, definitely, according to the fundamentals that Mike has shared, there's definitely hitting strong. Yeah. Does ETF pay dividend? Yes, sir. ETF pay dividend, but not all. So you check it out. Oh, nice question there. Nice question. Yeah, a good question. Do you see potential in EV battery suppliers? Yes, definitely. It's a cycle. The automakers will need the battery suppliers, but you will realize that the giants, they are actually wanting to take a piece of that pie on their own. Blink charging. Same thing. So you see, it's like new. The movements are so new. Why are they? Yeah, so not surprising. They are the same industry, similar industry. Ford doesn't seem to be doing well. Yeah. Okay, this is not Ford. Forward. This one. Ooh. Yeah. Thanks for sounding out. Walking. Yeah. Looks like the traditional cars are coming into favor. Good question there. Is it better to buy ETF for EV or ETF for battery? Must understand that. Let's say we look at stocks. We want to diversify. Buy QS, make battery. You buy Tesla, EV. So ETF is like, instead of differentiating EV and traditional, I ETF, I buy everything. So same thing. If you have seen my Chief Educator's webinar at the start of the year, not sure if you've seen it, talk about this strategy called the portfolio allocation, the core satellite strategy. So the core is a bulk of your percentage of your portfolio. The satellite is where maybe 5% in EV ETF, 5% in battery ETF. So these are strategies that you can utilize. Oh, battery supply maker. Oh, this one I never think about it before. To be honest, I never think about it. I see Toyota, GM want to make their own battery. I was thinking, just go for this one. Yeah, or just look at their ETF. Simpler. I like to keep my investing and trading simpler. But definitely something that we can explore more. Yeah, so just now we were talking about the ETF for battery. Was in one of my slides. You can look at the ETF, which is this. Yeah. Oh, somebody asked about Volkswagen. Not bad, but from a charting point of view, I like it. Not pretty. I just want to extend my thanks to those of you, especially those of you who stay with me until 8:30, because this hour I really feel like a dealer. I really feel like an educator where I can do all my research and share with you my trading and investing perspective. If you're interested on bringing your trading and investing to the next level, please feel free to email us. Email us or call us, then we can talk more about your portfolio or even your trading approach. So not everyone have the trading approach. Some people like to go for low price stocks. Different people, different approach. All strategies work according to my experience, but just depend on the market. Thank you very much for giving me 1 hour of time. Time is almost 8:30 already, so I want to go for my dinner, and I hope you had your dinner. Thank you very much. My colleague Williams, can I close the Zoom? Thank you, thank you. Have a great week ahead. Look forward to seeing you in our next webinar where Mike, me, and Wan Sing will battle it out on what stocks is good or better. Bye-bye.